This is Walking Dead Deluxe #1 20th Anniversary Newsprint Edition. Glare. But yeah, this is awesome. I kind of wish comics were still published like this on newsprint. I just love the way it looks and smells. Man, if they could just do this and keep the price at $3.99. You know, it'd have to be a little bit cheaper, right? Using little cheaper quality paper, right? Look how cool that looks. Yeah, this one just came out. It's the 20th, like I said, 20th anniversary. I bought a few of them just because I was excited that it was on newsprint. Anyway, alright, let's get to the video. Alright, everybody, welcome back. It's been a while, but here we are. Got a lot of books to go through today. A lot from this week's new comic book day haul. And then I got like 25 books from my comic shop that came in the other day. So I'm going to go through all of that, and we'll kind of touch on a few books that I'm looking at for this coming Wednesday. Today actually is the 10th of October. I believe it's the 10th of October. So anyway, what I have here is my Transformer stuff. This just came out last week, and this book, Cover A really sold out quick. Now luckily, two of these guys, my two Cover A's, were pre-orders from mycomicshop.com that came in the other day. So this is the book I picked up at my LCS. So I did get one of the covers, and I do like this cover. And if you're like me, of a certain age, where I actually had these original Gen 1 toys back in the mid 80s. I can remember getting my first Transformer toys in 1984, and I can remember being at church and playing with Wheeljack, and I had Sunstreaker. Those were the very first two Transformer toys that I got, was Wheeljack and Sunstreaker. And I can remember Sunday school in the basement of the church that I went to, playing with those toys, me and my brother. And he was 4 years younger than I was, and I would have been about 11 years old at that time. So he would have been 7, and we were playing with our Transformers in church. So I grew up with this stuff. I read this and I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was classic. I mean, it will take you to that era of Transformers, but it was also a little dark. It wasn't your, Saturday morning Transformers cartoon. It was a little bit dark, and it was awesome. Really looking forward to going on with this. I highly recommend this book. So that being said, let's do the books that I bought at the LCS last week first. And I might have them a little bit mixed up. This one is cool. This is what I just showed you at the beginning of the video, and that is the 20th anniversary Walking Dead #1. I got 3 of these. I actually bought 2 of them from Midtown Comics because I wanted to have a few of these because I think they're really super cool. So I actually picked up 3 of them total. 1 of them I bought at the LCS. The other 2 were Midtown Comics. Okay, now these are my LCS. I got Grim Fairy Tales 76. I got Doctor Strange #8, and they're battling General Strange in this arc, which is a a multiversal version of Doctor Strange, and his name is General Strange. I picked this up just for the heck of it. It's called The Sickness #2. I missed #1, but I seen that on the shelf. They only had one copy left, and I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. I picked up Ghost Rider Annual #1. Okay. We have Action Comics 1057. And I need to read this, because I haven't. It says an epic, and the next epic starts here, so I do want to read that. I've enjoyed Action Comics and Superman books from DC. Here's Detective Comics 1074, which I collect this one. It's just one that's on my pull list. I always buy it, but I'm not really that impressed with the Ram V stuff on this. I'm really just not. And Chip Zdarsky's Batman's kind of, I don't know, I've just kind of lost it on that one too. And here's number 138 for Batman. Okay. So let's put these up. Okay, and on to some of my comic shop stuff. I missed this one, so I picked up a copy from my comic shop. That is Wonder Woman #1, the new one that just launched. Yeah, I think my shop was actually out, so yeah, I had to go online and buy it. I got 3 copies of this from mycomicshop.com. It is Strange Academy Moon Knight. And I just bought this because I'm buying everything Strange Academy. So yeah, I haven't read it, to be honest. It's something about a new character called the Equation, a new villain called the Equation. I don't know. Okay. I bought 3 copies of The Incredible Hulk #4. And this was really good. I am really enjoying this book. I think I got about 5 copies of this now, #4. Yeah. Really super good book. And for whatever reason, I don't know why I bought the 3 copies of Star Wars Hyperspace Stories #9. I'm not exactly sure why I did that, but yep, 3 copies of that. Kind of a cool cover. Yeah. Okay, let's get those out of the way. All right. And now these were awesome. I bought hard on these. This is this Batman #1 facsimile. I got 3 copies of the Batman #1 facsimile. Okay. Just look how cool that is. Classic. And I bought 2 copies of the foil version. Yeah, so I'm all set on Batman #1 facsimiles. Okay, so let's get these out of the way now, and we'll move on to our next step. In the next batch of stuff that I got, #1, it's a new Star Wars series that just came out. And then I went and I did buy some back issue High Republic stuff from mycomicshop.com that I will chat about. So I'll be right back. Okay, and on to the new Star Wars book that had just come out. This is Star Wars The High Republic Shadows of Starlight. I got 3 copies of that book. And this takes place after Phase 2. It's between Phase 2 and Phase 3. And I believe Phase 3 leads up to... I mean, there's a gap, of course, between Phase 3 and A New Hope. Like maybe 100-year gap or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but that's kind of the timeline. So this was just the big fall of Starlight, which Starlight Beacon is like a space type station type thing. And then Nile destroyed it. Big victory for the bad guys. And the Jedi are kind of scrambled, and they're actually all coming back together on Coruscant. And there is a new character. There's actually a handful of new characters in this book. It's already a key. Of course, this is all brand new from scratch type stuff, so almost everything they do has new characters. So it's really a can't mess with this stuff. But there's a new character who is a former Jedi who is kind of walks the line between the light and the dark. And his last name is Rel, but I don't remember his first name. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. But Yoda has sought him out because this Rel has had a history with the Nameless, and the Levelers, the Nameless creatures, and so they're tapping him to help in destroying those, and that's where it's going. And there was mention of Porter Engle, who is my favorite character of this era. He is trapped in the Nile, out on the outer rims of the galaxy or whatever. There's a dark void or whatever that I guess Porter Engle is kind of stuck out there, so it'd be interesting to see where that goes with that. I love this stuff. I can't get enough of this High Republic stuff. So saying that, I did go back to the Phase 1 era and picked up some of the books from that run. So we'll go through that. The first one I got was High Republic number 2. Okay. I got High Republic number 3. And number 4. Number 5. I actually got 2 copies of number 5. Okay. I got number 6. And I got number 7, which is the first appearance, I believe, of Darth Crawl. So yeah, picked up. I already had number 1, so I picked up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and actually picked up 2 copies of number 5. And I got these cheap. I wanted to get this stuff. This is the one I paid the most for. I think I paid like $10 for this one. The other ones, some of them were like $3. One of them was like $2.50. So they were cheap. So yeah, I wanted to get these before anything happens, before any of this stuff is actually on screen anywhere in any fashion. So, okay, let's get these out of the way and move on. Well, that's it. That's all the books. So yeah. Now, we'll go ahead and leave these here and kind of talk about, I looked at what's coming out this week, and I'm really only interested in 3 books, to be honest. And one of them's DC and 2 of them are Marvel. There's no independents really that caught my attention. Well, there's one from Blood Moon Comics. There's one book, and it's called Simon Says, and it's just a totally creepy cover, a really cool looking cover. And it's basically a mental patient has, things in his head telling him to kill and whatnot, and he's actually a descendant of Cain. So it sounds kind of cool. The cover's awesome. So if my shop has that, I will buy it. So there's that. That's the only independent really that I found appealing at all. So first, let's move to DC first. And they have a book coming out called Batman and Robin #2. And this is featuring the first appearance and first cover appearance of a new character called Shush. Now this character looks like a female version of Hush, is what she looks like. You know, it's 2023, so we have to have a female version of every character, it seems. So, you know, she's got the bandaged head, you know, and everything, and Shush, Hush, you know, come on. So, she's basically the female Hush. And yeah, so we'll see where that goes. Marvel has Amazing Spider-Man 35, and it's got this really cool goblinish looking cover. And all it says in the synopsis is the next 24 issues start here, basically. So, and that's really all it says. And it's Amazing Spider-Man, so of course I'm going to buy it. And the other book is Magneto #3. And the only reason I say that is it is introducing a new team, the Sisterhood of Evil Mutants, because going back to what I said about, you know, Batman and Robin, this new Shush character, you can't just have the Brotherhood. You have to have the Sisterhood in 2023 as well. So, yeah, it's something new, so I will buy it, even though I kind of cringe a little bit at it. But it is what it is. So that's really it, you know. Recapping, Star Wars, High Republic stuff is cool. I love it. Charles Soule is really just, he is Star Wars. The guy writes almost all of the stuff. It's totally awesome. And I recommend Transformers really strongly. This book was so cool. I cannot wait for issue #2. And yeah, so there you go. A nice round of books this time. And yeah, we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.